Welcome to your custom deep dive. You asked for a complete, easy-to-digest breakdown of that intense new transcript for the Hulk 2027 teaser trailer.
Right, and our mission today is to really unpack the poetry of this monologue, right?
Yeah.
Figure out what it reveals about this much darker chapter for Mark Ruffalo's character.
Yeah, let's just unpack this right from the jump. The transcript opens with a very specific time frame. 2 years, or, well, actually, 742 days to be exact.
742 days. That is exactly how long Bruce has forced himself to feel absolutely nothing. No anger, no excitement.
Nothing at all.
Right. He describes living entirely on the cold, quiet math of survival.
The cold, quiet math. Just imagine the sheer psychological weight of that. I mean, putting a lid on every single human emotion for that long just to get through a Tuesday.
Well, what's fascinating here is how that opening immediately establishes a completely broken relationship with society. There is this deeply tragic irony woven into the premise.
Because he essentially sacrificed everything to save the world.
He did. But the world didn't return the favor. Instead of throwing him a parade or even just leaving him alone, society looked at him purely as a problem to be solved.
A problem to be solved, yeah. They believed they could control him, contain him, cure him.
Which is a fundamental betrayal. Humanity's response to its protector was literally to try and lock him in a petri dish.
And that clinical mindset is really where things backfire spectacularly. We've seen the whole cure the monster angle before, but this trailer pivots so hard on the very concept of his rage.
It frames society's approach as a catastrophic miscalculation, treating his condition like a biological disease that just needs the right prescription or a stronger cage.
Yeah, it's a complete misunderstanding of what they're actually dealing with.
Absolutely. To put this in perspective for you, the narrative is redefining his rage away from being an illness or some temporary psychological break. It's elevated to an undeniable force.
An undeniable force.
Right. The key descriptors here are crucial. It cannot be changed, and it cannot be reasoned with. Think of it like a tectonic shift or a hurricane. You don't try to cure a hurricane.
No, and you don't negotiate with an earthquake. You just try to survive it.
You just survive.
Which brings us to the real catalyst. You can't put a hurricane in a box, but they tried anyway. The trailer reveals that the world actively hunted him.
Actively hunted him. And that pursuit is exactly what shatters his 742 days of cold, quiet math.
By trying to force that containment, they awakened the monster.
The dynamic completely flips from a man hiding in the shadows to a state of, and this line is just chilling, no escape, no mercy, only rage unleashed.
Only rage unleashed. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it completely recontextualizes the genre we are operating in here.
Oh, definitely. The concluding thesis of the teaser makes sure you grasp this shift. When the voiceover explicitly declares this is not a hero story, this is a warning.
It just slams the door on the traditional narrative of the misunderstood good guy fighting the villains.
Slams it completely shut.
We all know the smash and bash routine from the past decade, but this feels like a return to the character's darker psychological horror roots from the comics.
It strips away all those colorful superhero expectations and replaces them with a grounded, terrifying look at the consequences of extreme emotional suppression and betrayal.
It's what happens when the pressure cooker doesn't just whistle, but completely explodes.
Which raises a lingering question for you to mull over on your own long after we wrap up today.
Lay it on us.
Think about this. If society's relentless need to cure and contain, what it simply doesn't understand is the exact catalyst that awakens the monster.
Right.
At what point does the world's obsessive pursuit of control become the very thing that guarantees its own destruction?